Hello and welcome to another exciting conversation with J and J. I'm your host, Josh. He is.
John.
Welcome aboard. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Tonight's episode is the state of entertainment and where we are going. Games and cinema. Where are we going, John? What do you think?
Well, y- you tell me.
Let's start let's start with movies. Where are we going with movies? There's a certain quote, I believe. No, I'm not even going to quote somebody, but I believe it was Spielberg. There was a certain statement that movies are going to become like this premium of sorts. You know what I'm saying? $50 a ticket to go see it in cinema. Now that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. I've heard recent news of Amazon trying to buy up a theater chain and this, that, the other, blah blah blah. But is the movie dead? Like with all this pirating and streaming, like what is the movie and where is that? Like you and I were talking in a private conversation the other day of you can't find 3D movies. Like 3D, is already on the edge again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. If it's done right and reproduced right, it is a beautiful thing. But I don't think many people had the know-how or just the space, the environment to make it work right. It never took off. It does have a certain fan base that do definitely appreciate it and enjoy it and would do not want it to go anywhere. But it does seem to be vanishing in around here for some reason. But there's a lot of changes. I mean, this could be as short as the answer is if you look at newer generations. I mean, that's what it's going to be. Is what is the newer generation doing? They're watching YouTube videos of other people playing games
Games.
or anything in general. Reaction to other, just they're watching other people as opposed to watching these huge mega investment productions.
That has really become like the connective tissue, if you will, between everybody. I mean, just reading the other day, Fortnite being an issue for kids, but like, you were in a different day and age in school. I was in a different day and age in school. Games were more prominent in my age, but even with that being said, like the entertainment value and what it brings, like movies do bring that same thing. Like talking the MCU, like that's a whole universe, that's a whole topic that can make everyone feel connected. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's where I think movies are at right now. They're sort of like very long TV series kind of things in 2.5 hours.
Oh,
That's
oh,
that's
absolutely, absolutely. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but there's a certain entertainment and social value to that makes sense. And while it's not pure great entertaining original cinema, it is that beauty of what makes us love movies and then games on top of that, because games are developed on with this kind of tissue in mind. World of Warcraft, fucking, I'm playing No Man's Sky right now, and they just gave us a multiplayer update, and that just changed the whole game. So, I mean, it's just a whole different element.
It appears as you can kind of see thing. individuals are becoming more individual, and they're being more secluded, antisocial in a physical formal way. So it definitely looks like there's going to be more of an interaction, social aspect to any kind of entertainment via game, movie, or incorporation of both. Streaming services are going to be something huge as well. So everything there, this is great change. This is not even a beta VHS battle or a Blu-ray HD DVD battle. This is a we're at a step of where is entertainment going, and there's going to be some major transitions. I just don't know where it's going to go. I would say on a more individual level, and
Oh,
and
absolutely.
and you'll have like maybe even recommendations for your persona per se.
I mean, like, I take The Last of Us as a prime example of it's this, throw everything in the pot, stir it up and see what comes out. But this was a masterpiece of combining cinema and gaming, uniting the two for certain people. Like, uh, it's that showed me that there is a certain future that, yes, you'll still have movies, but yet you'll have these experiences that you can play that movie. You can be that character that says, yes, I am whomever you want to be. Ready Player One is a huge, brilliant example of kind of that combination. While it's a movie based on a book, there's the connective tissue. That's two universes being combined to tell something else that can now be connected to this universe. And you see what I'm saying? Like,
The connection, absolutely.
yes,
Yeah.
it's you don't get that a lot of the today's generation is about rebooting a lot of things, and most of the time they get it wrong. I mean, it just is what it is. Um, there was a flash with like the X-Men movies to where, okay, they introduced us to what a comic book movie could be, but now it's turned into something that is just, you really don't know, to be honest. Like, it was great, or it was great to crap, and now great, and then back to, we don't know. And now that Disney is buying Fox, that's a whole different element already on top of a great product that the MCU is. It's not a franchise. It's a universe. Like, they've just made a universe, and that's fun because I don't know. There's a certain connective tissue with that, but is there a certain ending to it with everything going live streaming? And do you see a certain end to, like, maybe theaters or game consoles?
What's it look? If you look at all the variables and parameters that are going on now, I mean, if you look at all the options, it looks like we're going to have video game interactive movies. That has to happen. It
Right
has
there.
to happen.
That's
I mean, that you clearly know that's where it's going. So, I
mhm.
mean, again, major transitions, but that looks like the end goal. And then obviously we're going to be in some thin synthetic, just digital representation of something. But you can clearly tell that's where we're going. And it's a shame because sometimes we get unique, talented artwork out there, and it just goes under. If you appreciate it, it's you're in a rare fandom.
Right there. You just said it. Like, there's, yes, we can go technologically further, but it then takes away from what this right here, you know, in your heart and in your head, and what you believe in all this universe and galaxy around you, that you, every cinematic experience or movie or film is its own thing, but there is going to be a point, I believe, that it's too much. That
Absolutely.
it's almost too immersive in order to really enjoy what the final product is for every single individual out there.
Well, that's why you want a good experience. I mean, I'm not a positive experience.
Absolutely.
I mean, so but that's where it's going, clearly. I mean, if you want to go watch a movie to where you're like, well, you know what, I'm going to go down a water tube today and some kind of raft. You're going to press play and you're going to go for that ride. It's going to happen. That's where it's going.
I mean, just putting on the VR headset, you
It's
and I
but
both know.
but it's beyond VR. I
Oh
mean, there's
yeah,
no,
like
you're there.
it's not having to have to wear the headset. It's actually being there.
Yes, I mean,
It's like the digital representation of what we do every time we go to a water park or an amusement park or the fucking Rite Aid around the corner.
I mean, it's almost going to be like augmented realities at your leisure. I mean, like I have a 360-degree 3D holographic wall of sound around me. The video is what's going to come next to marry it. And when that happens, I mean, you're talking some serious audio visual stimulation. I mean, it is going to get in people's heads, but that's where it's going. And the technology will easily be available. It's coming. Can you imagine? I mean, interactive video game movies based upon decisions, but based upon your thoughts. Even it's coming.
Like,
It's
dude, I'm still waiting for. I mean, we are getting games now that are finally giving decision and everything else a real meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain element to or gravity to each choice. Now, not every game does it very well, but n- not even games like and I keep going back to The Last of Us. The Last of Us is something that is from the last generation, and then I then rebought the remaster version on PlayStation 4 simply because I wanted that experience again.
right.
It was something that
We all have our favorites.
it's just remarkable.
We all have our
Um,
favorites.
and it's what would be your favorite experience? It doesn't have to be a game or a
Oh
movie or a
man,
combination, but like just like obviously for me, I keep coming back to The Last of Us, so that has to be my choice. And I feel like this is something we can, you know, maybe close out this conversation with. You know, that's my future of entertainment.
yes, it is. It, it is all going to be incorporated, hands down. And the video games is probably really the first step because if you look at some of these games now, again, I'm very limited on knowledge on this, but some of these games coming out now change with the option or decision making of your character. That's all. I mean, and so that changes the game. That's a huge step.
It's a huge step, but
And we're going to have AI. I know in games, it's coming.
it,
It's coming.
I've been watching a lot of conversations with people that I actually discussed with you about I think yesterday, but that was a private conversation. What is your favorite experience right now? Like you love 3D movies, so
Well, what's yours?
I mean, I've already said if I could play. Okay, The Last of Us is my
All time
favorite
favorite.
experience. No, current right time, all time favorite. Dude, fuck, man. I
If you had a food to eat for the rest of your life, you know what I'm saying? What's this visual food? What's the visual food? What's the entertainment food?
I would have to go with The Last of Us. That was the most perfect combination of cinematic adventure, yet I'm playing these characters and it just ties together. Some of the interactions obviously aren't perfect, but if I had to choose, yeah, that
Yeah, I
is the
hear you.
prime example of where we're going. If I was in 3D or in the VR, oh man, whole different level. But that is the beginning of where we are truly going. Like that is the
Mm.
we've there have been games beforehand that do this, but not like this.
No, I mean, yeah, we're at a cusp of some serious change, and people better get on board because it's going to be just another step. I mean, just another bar is going to be set in the entertainment industry. I mean, it's clear. Look at this. Look at the tasks that can be done on a cell phone. Okay, I mean, it's
That
baffling.
you said it right there. I mean, just the means of I don't even know where my phone is right now, or one of my phones. Um, matter of fact, uh, but it's it's truly remarkable. But
Oh, it is.
the
It is.
future is bright for entertainment. It truly is. Cinema,
No doubt.
though, like going to the theater, that experience.
It looks like right now, people, the money makers, are the most best advertised franchises. Everybody wants to do a
Oh,
franchise
there's
now.
no doubt.
Everybody wants to do a franchise now. You know, individual movies just don't cut it like it used to. Everybody wants to start paying for these movies that are season shows in a movie. That's what it's coming to. And streaming services, I think, help assist that because everybody can watch a whole season in one day. So now they can condense the material, make a movie, like a whole season of something, and put it in a movie. I mean, it's coinciding with each other. Franchises really seem to be where it's going.
Absolutely. And
Yes, sir.
in it's not unfortunate, but it is unfortunate because those original ideas disappear.
They do.
Um, and get lost in
They do. They're
the
literally
abyss of cinema. Really,
they're really diamonds in the rough because they get buried. And you know sometimes and then most become like cult classics and it doesn't a big box office doesn't mean it's a good movie. It was just marketed very well and sold. It was sold very well. So you got if you want to find a good entertaining movie or video game, you got to look for it. You got to
yep.
look at you'll find it.
And let it connect to you, man.
Correct.
That's the other key
Correct.
thing. Like it could be a B movie, and it really could not have any money or production value or anything else like that. But if it means
Yes.
something to you, that's the key.
Correct.
That's the key.
That's it, man. You have to connect with it. That's what it is. You have a bond with it. Enjoy it.
John, it's been a brilliant conversation.
Yes, sir. It has.
I
It really
look
has.
forward to the next one. I hope you do too.
As well.
And I
Yes.
hope
Yes.
everyone else out there, I really hope you found something here that you really enjoy. If not, look, we're going to be doing these here and there. Check them out. Hopefully, you find something
Yeah.
you enjoy.
And join in. Let's hear your input.
Yeah,
What
you know,
let's add to the
comment,
table.
like, dislike, do what you
Share.
need to do.
Absolutely. Let's all us benefit. Get together, a like-minded interest, and just find
You
out what's
know,
going on. Enjoy this.
exactly.
Enjoy this hobby.
John, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, Josh.
You have a good night.
You as well.